Yo, what's up, YouTube? JC, what's good with y'all? It's another video. Today we reacting to the Addict who became the NFL's highest paid star. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe before the video start. Yeah, we finna react.
Max Crosby is one of the toughest players in the league. Fearless,
Play for the
relentless,
Raiders.
a quarterback's
Okay.
worst nightmare. But the one guy he couldn't stop was himself.
I was doing here and there, take a pill that
Coke.
I didn't even know what it was. Like,
You do
I was
coke before the
scared.
And
games?
while the world was cheering him on, he hit rock bottom.
Like I felt like I was dying. Well, I looked in the mirror and like didn't even recognize myself.
This is how a fourth-round pick from a no-name college lost himself and clawed his way to becoming the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history.
Okay.
Max Crosby grew up in Lapeer, Michigan, a quiet town, a simple life. But when the housing market crashed, life changed. The Crosbys were forced to move to Texas and live with Grandpa. And that's where Max got introduced
I had to live with my
to
grandpa
Texas
too
high
for a
school
while.
football.
That shit crazy. Oh, he had to
Max
play
played
against them.
linebacker, but he was kind of chubby and not the most athletic kid, unlike his older brother Miles Crosby, who had multiple D1 offers and was the star of the show.
My brother was like the man. He was a pretty boy, got all the girls. Like, so in my head, I was always like,
I don't got
trying to
no
be like
offers.
them. Like, they don't want me. I had that jealousy and I wanted that in life. And like, I just wasn't happy as a human being.
Until we found the magic fix, the solution to all his insecurities and self-doubt. Max was introduced to alcohol.
First time I ever drank in high school, I was like, I'm in love. Like this, I could go up to any
Nah, the
chick
first
and
time I
talk to her,
drank that shit, that shit
I
was
a middle
hot.
child, redhead. Like I was
Shit was
just
too
the most
spicy,
confident
son.
kid growing up.
For the first time in his life, it felt like he fit in, and he finally escaped his brother's shadow. And on the field, something else was changing too.
He looked
Just
like a
before his
quarterback.
senior year, he hit a 4-inch growth spurt. So he got moved from linebacker to defensive end, learning the position on the fly against D1 talent. His tape wasn't impressive, and his dream of going D1 looked finished. Until one school came through. It might have been the worst D1 program in the country at the time. Eastern Michigan
Sac
University.
State.
Like I was surprised I got a D1 offer. They were the only D1 to offer me, bro.
Really?
They're my only offer in general. I got that offer, I jumped on it, committed, and boom.
But that new freedom came with a whole lot of problems. Eastern Michigan wasn't exactly a football powerhouse. Coming off a 2-10 season, there were less fans in the stands than his high school games. But Max didn't care. He was excited. The problem was, Max was undersized and inexperienced. So coaches decided to redshirt him. He hated it. But that year might
He
have
looked
been
like
the
a
best
lineman,
thing
not
to
gonna
ever
lie.
happen to him.
So the whole year, I just got to go on scout team and fucking learn, try and spin moves, try and just all different type of shit. And I was winning scout team player of the week every week. That's when I really fell in love with it.
So in his sophomore year, Max went off, having 11 sacks and making first team All-MAC. But off the field, he was slowly losing control. Now
That's
that
what that
he had
nigga look
freedom,
like.
he could drink whenever he wanted to. So Max became the life of the party, getting blackout drunk and repeating it the next day. But somewhere in the chaos, he met someone that would change his life. Rachel Washburn, a soccer player at Eastern Michigan. Dating Max was far from
Rachel
easy.
Washburn.
She had to deal with his crazy lifestyle.
You would just leave for like days at a time, and like you would leave Thursday, come back Sunday, same clothes. What was kind of frustrating too though is because he could compartmentalize it and then go wake up Monday and play football.
But that changed his junior year, when his drinking finally caught up to him. Max got a DUI.
So you've noticed
What the
things
fuck?
are actually working.
They gonna give me an ad
because
right
there's
in front
no
of
more
my video.
complex, siloed IT
And he was looking at a 2-game suspension. For a player trying to make the NFL, that's a nightmare. So he stopped drinking. He'd still go to parties, but he'd just sit there miserable as hell. Eventually, he made it through the season, making All-MAC again. He still had a year of eligibility, another year to improve his draft stock. But Max made a crazy decision. He declared for the NFL draft.
He went undrafted?
Tell me, you're gonna go in the 6th, 7th round. You need to go back to school. You need to like some.
I might go to the draft.
You
Shit.
need to go back to school. I'm like, fuck you. You don't think I could fucking do it? Like, all right, fuck you.
Only 2 people supported him, Rachel and his agent CJ. That's all he needed, because he knew one thing for sure. Max Crosby is ready for the NFL. Going into the draft, Max wasn't exactly a hyped prospect. A 245-pound D-end with a DUI, teams were concerned. But his agent gave him one piece of advice that stuck.
What my agent told me is like, you go kill the combine. Like, I think you're gonna be a top 100 pay.
That's all he needed to hear, because when the combine came around, he went crazy. Top 3 in almost every drill, and he ran a 4.66. At this point, he knew he was going top 100. But on draft day, things didn't go as planned.
First 2 days,
He got undrafted.
I had the news people in my house in Texas, had my whole family. Second day comes, we're like to the last couple picks of the 3rd round, and I didn't get drafted. So now I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm in like panic mode.
The first 3 rounds were over, and Max just sat there frustrated, thinking, man, is it the DUI? Is it the weight?
I was so fucking mad, and I was with Rachel. I walked the fuck out of my party after that. I get in the car, and I'm just like, fuck. Like, I'm just yelling out loud, like, fuck, like, what the fuck? Got Burger King, fucked some Burger King up.
But then came day 3, and with the 106th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, his phone started ringing.
Are you that guy number 92 that's raising hell?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Yes,
Will you come out? Hey, will you come out here?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
That's gonna be us one day. Watch.
Thank you so much.
Gruden believed
I'm not going to the
and
fucking
that's all
NFL.
Max needed to hear, because the long wait, the doubt, the embarrassment pissed him off.
Trust me, the competitor in me, I'm like, no fucking way. They waited fucking 3 days to draft my ass. I got something for y'all, no doubt.
Damn, they took 3 days.
As a 4th round pick,
By the
there
second
wasn't
day off,
much
I
pressure
just
on Max.
went
In
left.
fact, he was just trying to
So
make
just
the
turned
team,
the fucking
but instead
TV
of
off.
he got his welcome to the NFL moment. He had to go up
He
against
got ran
one of
over?
the biggest and meanest tackles in the game, Trent Brown. Max got his ass whooped, and every day he'd walk off the field and think, man, do I even belong here? But he kept pushing, and one day something clicked.
I finally beat him with like a long arm in team, and I got a sack, and that took my confidence to a whole nother level.
But that didn't translate to the field.
Damn,
Max
he already in
started
the
as a
NFL,
rotational
only
guy, coming up
6
the
minutes
field
in
on
this.
3rd downs. And for someone who never left the field in college, that was tough. In week 3 against the Vikings, he struggled, finishing the game with only 1 tackle. His confidence hit rock bottom. But one person kept believing in him, John Gruden. So when the Raiders lost their 3rd down edge rusher, Benson Mayowa, Gruden didn't hesitate. He gave Max a shot.
I remember my
They put me in the game, coach.
Like, I was at my lowest of lowest, so I felt like I couldn't play in the league. Like, we played the Vikings the week before, bro. I had the worst game of my career. Like, I was like, I don't know if I could do this shit.
But that game changed everything, because Max finally made plays and forced a fumble. That boosted his confidence, because the next week, he got his first NFL sack against the Bears. The next game, another one.
Okay.
Max was going crazy, but off the field, he was going crazy too.
Oh, he a
And it
drinker
got
still?
so bad that he even missed an entire day of practice.
He look like
which
he do
as a
crazy
rookie
drugs
4th round pick is wild.
shit like that.
Rachel saw it from close and knew he needed help, but no one listened.
I felt like I was screaming down a dark hallway, and everyone's like, figure it out.
So you were feeling completely alone?
No, 100%.
I put her through hell. Nobody even believed her. Like, that's such a sad, lonely, like, feeling, and like that still hurts me to this day.
Max's on-the-field success made him blind to his addiction, and it got to the point where Rachel couldn't keep up anymore.
I threatened to leave like a million times, and I've never left. But I finally left, though. Like, it was such a good feeling for me.
Then came the Bengals game, where Max went insane, finishing the game with 4 sacks, winning AFC Defensive Player of the Week.
He think he
And while
Aaron
everyone
Donald.
was cheering him on, he was fighting a battle no one could see.
I was going through that with my girl, partying my ass off, and I go out there versus the Bengals, get 4 sacks, and come home and my girl like hates me, and I'm miserable. Like, people don't even know that, bro.
Despite the chaos, Max finished the season with 10 sacks and came in second behind Nick Bosa in Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now it was time for the
Go
offseason,
Niners.
a moment where Max had money, time, and no obligations. And that's where things went terribly wrong.
Is that how these niggas play good? They just drink before all the games? That's probably what he be doing. He probably be overdosing before the games
For
and
3
going in
months
games
in a
high as
row,
fuck.
Max went on a crazy bender.
I was doing.
Let's see,
and,
I touch.
I was off the wall. I'd take a pill that I didn't even know what
Look,
it
he
was.
getting high
I'm
before the
scared.
Deep
games.
down, he
That's
felt like
probably
he was
his
in control of
pre-game,
life. So he made the hardest
pre-game
decision
schedule.
ever. He called Rachel. He called his agent, and he said, I need help. So they called in a guy named Scotty, a rehab specialist who was flying to Vegas to help him. Max stayed sober for 10 days, and Scotty was on his way. It looked like Max was finally taking the first step to recovery. But then came the invite. Front row tickets to a UFC event in Vegas. Deep down he knew, I probably shouldn't go, but he did anyway. And that's where one drink turned into a 5-day bender and the scariest night of his life.
Bro, I woke up one morning like, bro, I don't even recognize myself, bro. Like, I'm miserable. I feel like fucking death. I felt like I was fucking dying. I'm like, I need to fucking get help.
So on March 11th, 2020, Max changed his life forever. He flew to Hollywood and checked into rehab. When he got there, he looked around and he realized he wasn't alone.
I thought I had the most problems of anybody on the planet, but you know, you go into a rehab and you're like, holy shit, like, you know, I know I'm fucked up, but like, there's some people more fucked up than me.
After 30 days, Max successfully.
Yeah, I'm fucked up too. I got 12 missing assignments already. It's the second week.
It was a battle every single day. Standing by his side was Rachel. His
Now that joint
the one
goes
who was
fat.
there when everything was falling apart.
She'll take a bullet for me, like legitimately. She's been through everything with me. My addiction, she's been there by my side the whole time. We've had ups and downs a million times, but at the end of the day, I always ran back to her.
The outside world had no idea what was going on. All they saw was a rookie coming off a 10-sack season. So in his sophomore year, there were expectations on Max, but he didn't live up to them. He ended the season with 7 sacks while playing through a torn labrum and a broken hand. But it wasn't just the injuries. Max tried to replace his addiction with junk food, so he didn't play in great shape. On March 11, 2021, he was officially 1 year sober. And that's when he decided to open up about his journey.
It took a lot because I was the same person. I was so like really cared about my image, and I needed to be known as like, you know, hard ass like football player, blah blah blah. Like that's how football players are, bro. It's our natural nature.
The response was massive, and players applauded him for opening up. But Max didn't just want to be a comeback story.
Sat with a nutritionist, got with the strength staff, got with everybody. I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to be a middle of the road guy or a good story. Oh, he got sober in the league, whatever. I'm like, I'm trying to be the best.
And that's when the league was in trouble.
I'm trying to be the best too. Shit.
No more injuries, no more junk food. Max Crosby was locked
Oh,
in.
he stopped
And in
eating
week
food?
1 against the Ravens,
Nah, they
he
couldn't
showed
make
the
me
world.
stop if they
He
paid
had
me
2
to.
sacks, 6 pressures, and 1 AFC Defensive Player of the Week. The Raiders started hot, winning their first 4 games. But
The
in
Raiders
week 5,
suck.
all momentum died. John Gruden's email scandal hit, and he was forced to resign. To Max, that wasn't just his coach. That was the guy who believed in him when no one else did.
Yeah. I love Coach Gruden. I mean, he's like family to me. So yeah, it sucked. You're like, this is the dude that drafted me. And the next day, I'm literally with my wife in Gruden's house. Tears, but we had to keep going.
The next game, he had 3 sacks versus Denver. Max became a nightmare for every offense, wrecking plays, drawing double.
I might fuck around and switch my position now. Watch
He
this
finished the
video.
year with 8 sacks, 108 total pressures, which was the most in the NFL. Pro Football Focus had him as the #1 edge rusher in football. And the cherry on top, Max Crosby made the Pro Bowl.
I really didn't believe it. I had to take a moment. Like I broke down. I just put in so much work. So when we get emotional, I was in rehab like almost 2 years ago, and now I'm in a Pro Bowl. Like,
and off the field, he was winning too. On March 11, 2022, he officially celebrated 2 years of sobriety. And on that exact same day, his life changed again.
We've got breaking news out of the NFL where the Las Vegas Raiders have signed defensive end Max Crosby.
$99 million.
It's a 4-year deal worth under $99 million per multiple.
Where they getting this money from?
Contract includes over $53
They just
million
throwing $99 million at somebody.
Crosby the 5th highest paid defensive end.
I ain't even touched 10,000 yet.
Out there that anything's possible if you put your mind to it.
In just 2 years, Max Crosby went from rock bottom to the face of the Raiders. But just when everything was falling in place, a new demon showed up. Some players
he can't sleep?
after their first big contract. Well,
he-
Max is the opposite.
he probably-
went even harder, putting up 12 and a half sacks, leading the league with 20.
I thought he was gonna fuck around and spend all his money.
But it wasn't
I was in the NFL and they gave me $100 million.
Max played over
I'm in the
1,000
club every
snaps.
night.
most of any defensive lineman in the
I'm
NFL.
throwing money
And
at
maybe
homeless
that fire
people.
came from something
I'm
deeper.
throwing money in
Because
the air
next season,
everywhere I go.
Max's whole life changed. Ella Rose Crosby was born.
It was the greatest day of my life, honestly. Can't even describe the moment. You'll never look at life the same.
He had a new reason to fight, not just for himself, but for his family. And in 2023, he needed every ounce of that fight because that season, disaster struck. In week 2 against the Bills, he slammed his knee into the turf and it swelled up. The doctors told him the only fix was rest, and it looked like for the first time in his NFL career, Max had to spend some time on the sidelines.
The shit was blown up like a balloon. And I wake up the next morning and I fucking almost pass out. Like I felt like I was dying.
The fuck? Hold up.
But Max Crosby is a different breed. Every week, he drained his knee just to get back on the field. And somehow, on that messed up leg, he played through all 17 games, put up a career-high 14.5 sacks, and he made his 3rd straight Pro Bowl. But playing through all those injuries cost the price. And in 2024, he had to pay up. In week 2, of course, against the Ravens, he might have played the best game of his career. 2 sacks, 4 TFLs, and 5 pressures, upsetting the Ravens, and again, winning AFC Player of the Week. But at the end of that game, Max got hurt bad.
Defensive Player of the Week, I went nuts. In the second to last play, I get rolled up, and I've never done that, but I tore my ankle up. I couldn't walk.
Oh, he tore his ankle?
Oh, you played through it.
And I'm like, mentally going through it. I'm like, I can't.
I remember I tore my leg.
I'm going to keep fighting.
Mentally,
I
it was
couldn't
a weird
even walk
situation.
for
He just came off the
4
best game of his
months.
career, and he was happy for the team. But at the same time, he couldn't.
I had
even
them
walk.
build me to
So he
class.
couldn't really process what was happening. The next game, he showed up in the boot, refusing to quit, but his body had nothing to give anymore. So for the first time in his NFL career, after playing 84 games straight, Max Crosby missed a game.
Like the competitor in me, I couldn't fucking sleep at night. You know what I mean? You're just sitting there hopeless and you want to go.
He was supposed to be out 4 to 6 weeks, but after 1 week of rest, he was already back on the field. Every week he'd get treatment and push through the pain trying to help his team win. But the wins never came. The Raiders lost 10 straight games.
Yeah, these
Max
niggas
kept
suck.
fighting until his
Niggas
body
on the
broke,
losing
and
streak.
he re-aggravated that same ankle injury in week 14. That's when the doctors gave him a choice. Keep on playing and risk permanent damage, or shut it down for the season. So he got surgery and watched from the sidelines as the Raiders fell apart. He still had an amazing year. 7.5 sacks, 17 TFLs, making the Pro Bowl for the 4th time in a row. But to Max, none of that mattered. He just wanted to win. The Raiders ended up 4.
Now you on the wrong
That's
team.
when the dominoes started falling. GM Tom Telesco, fired. Head coach Antonio Pierce, fired. But here's the crazy part. Max Crosby, the hard
I ain't hired me.
was now being linked to other
Shit.
franchises.
Every other day, I got a new team making a graphic about Max Crosby's going to the Washington. I'm a fucking Raider.
But the Raiders responded, and they made a move.
Now you're a
to
fucking
silence
loser.
Every trade rumor.
The kid with one D1 offer, who got drafted in the 4th round and almost lost himself to addiction, broke NFL history.
Max Crosby is not going anywhere.
Max Crosby is now the new highest paid non-quarterback in the National Football League.
Didn't he just get paid $100 million?
That's 91.5 guaranteed.
See, that's what I'm talking about. They just be throwing money. Like, they just tossing money up. Yeah, they giving him a new check already. I see my check in about 4 weeks. 4 or 5 weeks.
Along this journey, so can't thank those guys enough.
Thank y'all so much.
Oh, that's the end of the video?
If you guys like this content.
Alright. Alright, y'all, that's the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what videos y'all want to see next. This is the end of the video. Yeah, man. Support to the channel.